Welcome to News and Views. My name is Danae Jones and it's my pleasure to bring you this week's segment. Today we're at the Pullman Reef Hotel Casino, where they've recently completed a multi-million-dollar refurbishment of the hotel. Everything from a new lobby area and foyer through to bars and coffee shops. The Reef Hotel Casino really does have it all when it comes to 5-star quality. Today we are talking to the co-founder of ReGen and co-owner of ReGen Plastics, Lesley Van Staveren. ReGen was recently awarded a federal government grant to develop a proof of concept for a recycling and manufacturing facility here in Far North Queensland. If successful with the proof of concept, this region could soon have the full 360 degrees of use, recycle, reuse, right here in our own backyard, with products made from the waste we produce. Welcome to News and Views, Lesley.
Thank you so much, Danae.
How exciting that you guys got awarded the grant.
Oh, yeah, look, we've been working on it for a couple of years to finally come through, as even a starting point is just one step closer.
And so explain to us what this grant can achieve. What is the process behind it?
So for the last couple of years, we have been working so hard to actually bring something to life that can create the circular economy. So we recognise that waste is typically sent out of the region, including obviously jobs, there's extra emissions created by fuel and freighting. So our dream is to be able to take our local waste and convert it into usable items. To get there, we recognised we had to come back to a certain stage. So the whole project, it is an entire facility. The proof of concept, which this will allow us to do to get to that, even the next stage, is to be able to get the equipment which will allow us to produce a product that can be tested for its structural integrity to meet standards, which we can then show a tangible product and how investors can get their return on investment. So it means we can actually get one step closer to the entire facility.
Wow, that's so exciting. How much will a facility like that cost if we get to that point?
If we get to that point, that would be $4 million. So that would actually cover the building itself, all the equipment, the jobs created. So it's manageable, and in comparison to a lot of projects out there, it's possible.
And so it's very exciting. I mean, it's really quite hard to fathom that we could really be recycling all of our plastic waste and then having it reused and made into completely new products. That's like the whole 360 degrees, like we mentioned earlier. That really is possible, isn't it, through this?
It is possible, and I think the interesting thing is to look at we're really trying to change the perception of plastic, because yes, it is damaging, it's polluting the oceans, it's coming back through to our food. We all see all the horrific videos on social media, and it's something that we need to work on and change from now. So the initial thing we always say, remove obviously the typical single use, but the biggest thing is that it can be used in ways that can benefit us, our way of life, but it has to be perceived in a certain way as a useful material that we dredge the land for, oils, resources, to produce it. So the more that we can reuse it, the more value we can give it as a product.
Now, you've actually founded or co-founded a committee to try and get that community engagement as well, haven't you? Can you explain to us what this committee is called and how everyone can get involved?
Yeah, it's quite exciting. So last year, I'd even looked at the journey of ReGen and just thought, you know, there's a bigger mindset shift that we have to work on, a culture change. So I set up the Committee for Waste Reduction, and what's happened since then is we've got so many amazing local businesses, community groups, and starting to speak to public sector to essentially create a forum for all different people and groups with a similar vision to start working as a collective. So, wow, you know, we're really coming together. It's got so much ownership for every single person involved. You know, it's interesting once individual goals are removed and you start working in the same direction, how much you can accomplish. So we're working on different projects and initiatives, whether it be for educating general public and also businesses on different ways they can reduce waste and do better just even for themselves, and to obviously contribute to the reduction on landfills and in the oceans.
Wow. Now you were explaining to me how businesses can actually get involved, and I was really intrigued with that. So as a business, I can come into the committee as a member
Yes.
and actually have an audit done. Can you explain to me the process there in case there's some business people out there interested?
Absolutely, I'd love to. So the Committee for Waste Reduction itself, they do meet once a month, and you can be a general member of the committee. That group, we come up with initiatives of regular workshops to help educate. There'll be awards towards the end of the year. We'll be part of Eco Fiesta. But one of our initiatives is the WasteWise Business Membership. So any size business can join up, whether it be one person up to 1,000 or more, however it is. They can join up, and initially they pledge to look at certain aspects to remove from their business. Then they do a verification check, but then we can actually show them an implementation calendar of small, realistic, achievable items that they can take out, whether it be from waste, water, energy, and actually show month by month achievable goals and give the how-tos. I think the interesting thing is that it can sometimes be really overwhelming, and you look at the whole picture and think, where on earth can I start? And this is just saying that you just need to take one step, just the first step, and then the rest will flow.
And so easy to engage larger teams when they can see those tangible benefits as well, isn't it?
It is, and at the end of the 6 months, so it is a yearly membership, but we keep in touch and we actually make it to meet each individual business expectations. At the 6 month point, there is either a self audit, or we can work towards actually getting independent consultants to do it. So it really depends on expectations and needs to the individual business, but it means you can look at where you've started, how far you've come along, and then other aspects that you can then introduce and continue to do better.
Fantastic. Now you've got another business, FNQ Plastics, which obviously is going gangbusters in terms of the types of products that you're producing out of that business and the longevity of them, especially in households. Can you explain to us sort of the shift that seems to be happening with building, people renovating, commercial development, and the way products are changing out there at the moment?
Do you know what's really exciting is that, a lot of questions I have is how can you be so environmentally conscious and sell plastic products? And I love that question because it always opens up for a conversation. It's really interesting even with how we do things, because I think if you're in the plastics business or any industry like that, you're the ones that need to be setting the example and leading the way and showing how things are possible to do better. So items we look at is we try to really promote reusable products. So we've got recycled decking, privacy screens out of recycled milk bottles with all beautiful designs.
They are beautiful, I've seen them.
Thank you, I love that. We're getting out there.
Yeah.
So what we're finding is people are starting to ask more. They want to see the conscience, whether it's the social side, the environmental conscious side. So people want more, and to be able to see that they can take plastic products and have it lasting longer and outperforming anything else out there is quite powerful. The other side is we do have some virgin plastic tanks, but all of those tanks can be recycled at the end of the life cycle. So there's quite a few other aspects out there, or types of plastic that go quite brittle and break and can't be recycled. So we aim to do as much as possible that can be reused. So it's always, in every consideration, we try and look at the whole loop to really bring it right back from the point of purchase through to the consumer and how they can deal with it at the end. And I think that's really key for businesses moving forward into how they purchase the whole cycle.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I like the fact that you can get timber-looking decking that doesn't need to be varnished every 6 months.
You actually get some bit of time back. You don't need to be spending your weekends oiling.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think it's so exciting what you guys are achieving, and congratulations. What is the next step with the grant? When can the equipment start to be purchased, and when can we see some things actually happening in the community?
We'd love to say now, obviously, because that's our dream, and we are absolutely gunning to just get started right now. However, the grant, it will be more focused towards the new financial year. So from that point, you'll see things coming, and we'll be giving updates because we want to share the journey. We want people to see what's happening, what's coming, because we think it's something that can really create a really good community feel, a lot of education, awareness, and do quite a lot of good out there. So we're quite excited to be able to show the stages and how we're working on it.
Definitely. We look forward to watching those stages and the project progress. Thank you for joining us and all the best with the project. We hope you come back and give us an update, and hopefully we have a manufacturing facility here in Far North Queensland before we know it.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, we're all quite excited.
Yeah, absolutely. Well done. Thank you for joining us. So there you have it, folks. Far North Queensland could very well be the greenest community in Australia in the not too distant future as a result of the ReGen project. That's all for this week. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll see you next week.